social media, wishing you luck, and they are definitely waiting for you after this fight.
You work with them?
I saw it on the internet and wished you luck and said that they are definitely waiting for you after this fight.
Of course, man.
What do you have to say to that?
They ready for that money. That's what it is. They ready to get that money. But
what's up, guys? It's Showtime's Fight Form. Boy, Josh Showtime. Make sure you like, subscribe, and comment. Follow me on social medias at Papa Showtime, Josh Showtime, whichever one you find first. I have some big announcements. Big action. One, I am now officially on air with Real 98.3 Indianapolis. All right, it is a hip hop station. So if you guys, if you're in the area of Indianapolis, make sure you tune in 98.3. If not, you can always go on the iHeartRadio app and you can go on 98.3 Real and you can search me. All right, and I'm gonna be on Sundays from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. So make sure you tune in if you can. Appreciate any of the support. Now, you already know we're here to talk fights, okay? I've been gone for a couple weeks because honestly the fight world has been pretty outside of domestic violence news. So, just to talk strictly about fights, there hasn't really been too much to happen. So I do want to recap the Tank Davis fight, and then also I want to bring up the new announced Errol Spence fight. So first, let's talk about Tank. Tank just had a fight a couple weeks ago against Hector Garcia, and the fight was a fun fight that everybody expected to be really, really fun. However, people expected Hector to get washed, and I thought the fight was really competitive until it wasn't competitive. Now, at the end of the day, Tank did what he was supposed to do, which is win, and he won in an impressive fashion. He hit the man so hard that the man couldn't see, he couldn't continue. And to be honest with you, if the referee stopped it when he did get cleaned, honestly, I would have been fine with it, because you can look at certain people's face and then tell them that they're not the same person. And you saw when he was going back to the corner that he was completely out of it. He was done. Man, I'm happy his corner did stop it, because that was going to be a hellacious knockout if he would have continued. And what more is there to say about Tank, man? He can give up rounds. He can start off slow. It don't matter. The man punches harder than anybody in that weight class by far. It's not even close. The man has legit freaking middleweight power. And it's crazy how much he can generate power from his shots. So at the end of the day, Tank is a really entertaining fighter. I just really need him to fight the upper echelon. He is in his prime right now. We need to see you fight these top guys. I'm tired of hearing these, well, I don't need a belt. Yes, you do. You do need a real belt. I don't want to hear about that. You do need a real belt. All fighters need a real belt. You cannot call yourself the best until you actually have the belt that claims that you are the best and everybody's gunning for your head. Anything else is just not satisfactory, so I don't want to hear that. Bouts also fought in that card. He wasn't as impressive as he has been. And it's not because he went to decision. You can still be impressive and go to the decision. My issue with Jaron was I felt like he was gunning for the knockout a little too much. At the end of the day, you have power. Trust your power. I felt like you didn't really trust the power. That's the one thing I would give Tank credit for. He trusts his power. He don't care about giving up a couple rounds. He knows bro, I just need one shot. The same thing with Deontay Wilder. He knows, I don't care, bro. I can give up 10 rounds. You have to be perfect for me not to land my shot, because if it does, you're not going to be standing. I'm not saying Jaron has that same type of power, but he does have good enough power where he doesn't have to rely or force these knockouts. That fight, he forced the knockout. He wasn't cutting off the cage. He wasn't cutting off the ring. He was a little too happy feet, and then literally would get out of position by trying to go for the knockout, which can get you hurt against somebody with a credible threat. That is a credible threat. And there was so many times, I think 2 or 3 times, 4 times, where he went for the hook and he was so off balance he did a spin move. That's not good. So, at the end of the day, he won every round. The guy, yes, he used his legs more, but bro, that's gonna happen. You guys crapped on Ryan Garcia when the guy used his legs and ran away the entire fight, and Ryan couldn't get the finish, but y'all hooped on him. So I need that same exact energy for Bouts. For when a guy didn't want to really engage and he was trying to force a knockout, but he couldn't get it. Wasn't a fun fight, but at the end of the day, it is what it is. And Boo Boo Andrade, bro, we need to fight somebody better. Come on, man. You in your 30s now. I know you like to say people are ducking you, but Also seen reports about how you're not the easiest to get deals done with. So, I mean, it is what it is. You're a good fighter, very talented fighter, but I need to see you fight the upper echelon as well. I'm tired of saying this about all these fighters, man. Like you, especially you in your 30s. If you're in your 30s, you still have a staple win, bro. I'm gonna put that on you. I don't believe everybody's ducking you. Like you're not like a freaking Triple G where you can knock out everybody. Yes, you're an awkward fighter. Yes, you're southpaw. Like I understand the issues of why people necessarily wouldn't care to fight you too much. However, at the same time, like one of these guys be willing to fight you. So miss me with that. And now I'm hearing murmurs as well, and this is kind of going back to the Tank situation. That Tank is now apparently, Oscar De La Hoya is saying that he hasn't got a contract yet. If he doesn't get a contract in a certain amount of time, he's going to cancel the fight. And this is what I was talking about. This is why I said, like, that's why I put it on my top 5 fights that I want, but it isn't guaranteed because it's boxing. None was not signed on the dog, and everybody got all hype, and it's okay to be a little hype, but you have to understand the politics of boxing. They're fluid, all right? Until it's signed on the dotted line and these dudes are walking out, assume that it's not happening. And I don't know what's the real situation, but we need this fight to happen. Tank, I don't think you're scared. Ryan, I know you're not scared. I don't think none of these guys are scared of each other. It's the politics. Get it together and get this fight on so we can move on with our lives. Now, the last thing I want to talk about is the fight that was just announced. And people for some reason want to claim that Errol is ducking Terrence. No, Terrence is doing exactly Errol is doing exactly what Terrence did. He is literally doesn't want to be gone for a year and have the toughest fight of his career. Same thing that Terrence did. Terrence said he didn't want to go a year plus without fighting. Errol doesn't want to either, so he's fighting Keith Thurman, who's not a tune-up fighter. In a freaking, like that's gonna be a war. These guys are gonna go at it. But at the end of the day, he doesn't want to wait over a year to fight Terrence Crawford either. He fought in April. And he fought Ugas, who's better than anybody he's better than the guy that Terrence fought. And now he's fighting Keith Thurman, who's also better. So we gotta stop discrediting Errol and stop trying to say I don't think Errol's ducking at all. I don't think Terrence is ducking. However, I don't think Terrence cares about the fight. So you can say that's ducking. I don't think he's scared of Errol. I just don't think he really cares to fight Errol. And I have to also give a shout out to Errol Spence. You're the funniest dude ever. He literally has been on record for years now saying he's never giving him a title shot. And now they're fighting, but he's still not giving him a title shot. They're going up to junior middleweight to fight. You're a funny guy for that. And I honestly respect it that you're sticking to your guns. I'm interested to see how you're gonna look at 154. And then are you gonna stay there or are you going down to 47? And if so, that's gonna affect you. That does matter. And that's gonna play a big factor. And I'll break that fight down when we get closer. But I am excited for the fight. It will be an action-packed fight. These guys do not play around when it comes to their offensive game and their arsenal. But I do expect Errol to finish this fight. But I'll break it down more when we get closer. But I really want to hear what you guys think about all that's been happening in boxing. It's been some interesting news. But as always, follow me on social medias at Papa Showtime, John Showtime. Make sure y'all always be blessed.